Both characters are members of law enforcement and are suiting up for what they think will be a regular day on the job. The biggest difference is if Rama dies, his wife and unborn child would be devastated. If Dredd dies, nobody will really care. That day, the main character is paired up with a new partner, or partners in this case. A crime boss is torturing some crackheads and killing them off one by one. It's a job for 911, so the main characters arrive to the crack house to find out what's going on or whatever. Whenever he gets to the scene of a crime, Dredd always chirps his vehicle so it won't get stolen. These guys forget to, and it eventually catches up to him. In the raid, the cops sneak into the building and have to be very quiet since it's a matter of life and death and stuff. Dredd and Anderson give 0 or less damns and walk casually through the front door. Another difference in the movies is that when they arrive, the crooked cop's been waiting there all day for his backup to arrive. There's crooked officers in Dredd too, but they are the backup in this movie and show up way later. When they're in the building, they make their way up the stairs. Both movies have a scene where the good guys put a bomb on the door to kill the gangsters. The difference is, Rama's bomb is used to keep the bad guys out of the apartment, and Dredd's bomb is used to let the good guys in. When the bad guys find out the good guys are dropping the property value by shooting up everything, they shut all the lights in the building to get an advantage. The drug lord in this movie does it automatically. Mama and her team shut off the lights eventually, but they have to commandeer a control room and call the operator to do it for them. Afterwards, the drug lord gets on the intercom and tells the tenants that 5-0 is in the building and to kill them as soon as possible. As a reward, Tom Moriarty says the tenants who kill the cops will get free rent for the rest of their life, so pretty much everybody joins the fight. Mama promised the tenants the electricity will return back to normal, and some people care, but the people with AA batteries run back into their apartments. When the main characters are self-defensing themselves in both movies, karma is unpredictable because in one movie they need a place to hide, so they knock on the door of the lady with the baby, and her husband lets them in for safety just because they helped the husband earlier in the movie. In Dredd, they knock on the door of the lady with the baby, and she lets them in for safety even though they killed her husband earlier. The bad guys look at the surveillance tapes and find where the good guys are hiding. They machine gun the entire building like but-a-da-da-da, but-a-da-da-da, but-a-da-da-da-da. The bad guys have good aim during the raid, and almost everybody gets a body piercing during the shootout scene. And the bad guys in Dredd must have learned how to shoot from the same place the stormtroopers studied because nobody gets hurt. After the shootout, the hero takes a henchman and flings him across the building, and the henchman is like, no, for like 10 seconds before he lands. This henchman is like, no, for only a split second because he only went down one flight. In the next room, they make a hole in the apartment and jump through it. Then they go outside, and in Dredd, they catch their breath because they're safe from all the gunfire. Rama goes outside too, but before he could catch his breath, he goes right back inside because they have snipers on the roof and it's way more dangerous outside than inside. In the next scene in Dredd, the guy in handcuffs is getting interrogated and he gets so scared he pees on himself. The bad guy in handcuffs gets so scared he cacas on himself in the raid. Kids sneak up on Dredd and are like, freeze, put your hands up or I'll shoot or whatever. In the raid, the cops tell the kid to put his hands up or they'll shoot or whatever. Both kids in both movies get taught a lesson, I guess. Dredd stuns the little boy and that'll teach him never to work for drug dealers ever again. The crooked cop shoots the little boy here, and I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson before the bullet went all the way through. At the beginning when the crime lord announced on the PA they wanted the gangsters dead, the gangsters in only one of the movies follow orders. This gangster brings the good guys to the leader dead, and over here, this one brings her back alive. There's a scene in both movies that take place at the Enterprise.
Enterprise? What the hell's the Enterprise?
For those of you who don't know what the Enterprise is,
yo, on the street when you're smoking crack, they say that you're beaming up to Scotty, man. You're going to another world, man. It's like crackhead's the final frontier, man. That's why they call that room the Enterprise.
Even though both movies have a scene in the drug lab, the drugs in Dredd are depressants and reduce nervous activity, while the coke in the raid are stimulants and raise levels of nervous activity. Right after that, in another room where the one handcuffed character is being tortured, the torturer lets Anderson go because his hand gets blown off. This torturer lets Andy go just because he wants to hand the two brothers a beat down. At the part where the partner is injured and the other partner has to save his life, his injuries require medical attention. Dredd's a G and does his patch job himself. Rama's partner is a B and makes Rama do it for him while he cries in the background. On the way to the final door, the good guys shoot the third to last guy. Then, the difference between both movies is what the last two guards do. In Dredd, the last two dudes are ready to die like Biggie Smalls. The last two guards here pick the worst possible time to find Jesus and try to run away, but the bullets are way faster than Nikes. They see the crime boss face to face and are like hands in the air. One drug lord has a Rolex on his right wrist, the other one has a time bomb. Dredd doesn't care and shoots the crime boss. The dirty cop doesn't care either, but he shoots the cop. When the evil villain is finally killed, Tom Moriarty took the stairs before his head exploded. Mama head exploded too, but she doesn't take the stairs or elevator. In the end, the two good officers make it out of the building alive wife and live happily ever after. Psych. If we want to get technical, only The Raid lived happily ever after because they actually made money at the box office and got a sequel. And those are 24 reasons these movies are different, so truth or dare, like and share, leave a comment under there. If you don't, that's not fair. This thing took a week to prepare. But I'm not a rapper though.
Best elevator music I've ever heard.